You good?
Yeah, feeling very good. I really am feeling good. It's not just something I'm saying.
Do you change your approach year to year, or do you find something that obviously it's worked? You've been so successful. Do you find one thing, or do you change your approach every year?
I constantly, well, I always review and see what was my weakness, and I work on that, and I constantly just work on all the details you have to do in many different ways. So, yeah, it's crazy after 20 years of racing this series that I am still learning and trying to get better at every aspect of it.
Oh, you dropped down for a second there. We still got you though.
Yeah, that's a real
What do
pity.
you? Oh, there we go. It dropped down for a second. We're good. We got you now.
Mm-hmm.
So, what did you learn from last year?
Last year, it was a disappointing end to the season, but certainly on some car setup stuff and so on. It was what I would call a very strong year, like on pace and potential. Just a couple of things that I could have done better, with decision making and so on. Having incidents on track. So, it was a good year. Winning three races it was a strong year, really the only one going in the last race, the chance to win the championship and, the fight for the championship, at least with Palou. So, yeah, plenty to take away, but, um, yeah, if we can keep that speed and then get some consistency, we will be very tough to beat this year.
Well, and the seatbelt thing. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that happened last year, Will, that was totally out of your control, but that's part of racing, right?
That is, you get through your career, you encounter all these different scenarios and things that go wrong. And, that's obviously the first seatbelt one I've had, but these things happen. Like they just do. They simply don't. I mean, Palou was pulling out of the pits of Milwaukee and his car just shut off. So it's, it just doesn't, yeah, everyone gets them. You usually get one or so in a season, but, yeah, seatbelt, that was disappointing, man.
You feel comfortable now that you've had a whole off season with the hybrid? I mean, obviously been introduced in the middle of last year. Do you feel like you guys have a better handle on it? Is that fair to say it that way?
Nothing much has changed. So we've had one test day, so it's not a very complicated system. So it's not like we can work on some things like on the way of regens, but it's not a game changer. I think everyone's got the same sort of philosophy on how you should use it. I think when it will change is when they up the amount of power we can use in the lap, which they had done, but they had to reduce it because they had someone had a cat pack failure at Sebring, so IndyCar brought that level down coming into this race, and maybe they up that again as we go forward if they don't have any more of those issues.
But we're not going to see the things. Remember, everybody was kind of freaked out that all of a sudden your battery's going to start charging at the end of a straightaway at St. Pete or something like that. We're not going to have that.
No, no. You mean like no? I don't think. I think the system's been pretty well vetted for the amount
Right.
of energy that we are using right now. But once they add, then you start getting a lot heavier regen under braking, so that does affect the car. So that's when things will change. If they say, "All right, we're gonna add another quarter of what we got." So yeah,
So, championship first, Indy 500 first. Which one?
the Indy 500, yeah, the Indy
Really?
500,
I mean,
yeah,
so if I say to you, you got to focus. It's one or the other. You
yeah.
would take the 500 over the whole series championship.
I would, but I certainly don't. Not even thinking of the Indy 500 right now. You're thinking of every race, so you obviously
Right.
want both. But if you are asking me which one you would take, you will always take the Indy 500. It's just
Okay.
such a prestigious race to win. It's such a big deal.
Well, I know St. Pete. It looks great. You feel comfortable with the car. You're happy so far with what you've seen.
We don't know. We haven't been out, but I know we've had the one test
Right.
at
As far as the
Sebring.
testing, yeah.
Yeah, we were quickest in testing, so that gave us confidence so we can sort of sort the car. I think Chevy's right there on power, and the cars are good. So yeah, it'll
Well,
be, man, I'm telling you, it'll be the toughest season in IndyCar history. There's so many good go. There's not a single bad driver in the field, so it's anyone's guess how each week the top 10 will be.
yeah, we've talked about, you and I have talked about that before, Will. I've never seen a series where front to back, there are no back markers anymore. Everyone can
Yeah.
absolutely bring it, and you keep doing it, man. We'll see you here in Detroit for the Detroit Grand Prix, DetroitGP.com. Always look forward to it. Be safe, have fun, go out there, put some points up in the beginning of the year, and we'll catch up soon, Will.
Excellent. Thank you.